And we should be live. Let me go ahead and check. It says we are, but are we actually live? Make sure that that's good. Yes, it is. Alright, ooh, got another ad playing, so we will wait a little bit longer, I guess. And the answer is yes, we are in fact live. Awesome. Alright, hello everyone, Ace here. Welcome to today's live stream. And today I am back with some more Thief Gold. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, admittedly, I would have made this stream a little bit earlier, but some real life stuff came up, and that's the reason why we are delayed as far as we have been on this. So, we have completed the Mage's Towers, which means we can load into the next mission. And see where it goes from here. So, yeah, this is a simple matter of just walking here, and we are going to finish this, and then we'll move on to the next mission.
This looks like the way out. That'll come in use.
Later, as in right now, because, you know. Alright. So just do the stats there. Pretty good, oh, so I would say. So, yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Ah, something from the Keepers. The knowledge of those who came before could neither be disseminated or destroyed. Its power would be a dangerous tool in the wrong hands, but would also ensure against future cataclysm. At that time, we chose to maintain it with writings preserved in extant locations. Keeper Annals.
The Keepers have hidden the Talisman of Fire in a place they call the Lost City. Some kind of cataclysm buried the place underground ages ago. The Keepers have sealed the access to the city, a cleft in the river bottom near the east side. If the materials in the library are right, the strange stone I found can be used to open that seal. I've also got a map. It's so old the edges crumble in my hands. It shows the city, or at least how it was back then. I hope the old place hasn't changed much.
Alright. So, here we are. The sealed entrance to the Lost City is supposed to be at the bottom of the river, around here somewhere. Getting past that is the first step. The Lost City must have a lot of lost treasure in it. Pick up some. An expedition the Keepers sent once to map the Lost City never returned. They'll owe you a favor if you can recover the medallions from the remains. The Talisman of Fire was hidden in the Lost City long ago. Time for it to go. Finding the talisman is well and good, but you'll have to get back out for it to be worth it. Let's see. So the expedition and some loot, and then presumably more loot on this on the max difficulty. So neat. We do have. Get that. I think this is going to be a map where we do. Okay. A couple of gas arrows will definitely go a long way. Getting myself a couple more rope arrows. And then I mean, I guess that's going to be my setup. That should be enough. Well, one more broadhead. I guess it should be enough. I don't think there's going to be that much down here I particularly need to fight. The gas arrows will definitely come in handy, though, so. And probably the breath potion. We'll just check around here just in case there's any additional loot we might be able to find. might pay to explore. You never know. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be a case of us having to go underground and eventually get into the Lost City that way. Neat. But it is also, conveniently, if this is anything to go by, quite nicely under the city, the regular city itself, so that's all we have to do. So it's not that route. Might be the well. Either that or the river. Might not be the well after all, but we go with loading this over Lord Bafford's Manor. Okay, so it's not that. So it has to be in here. Neat. What do we have here? Alright. We've got this route. We will take this. How much loot do we need? 2,000, including 5,000 in gems. So we need specific types of loot now, too. Neat. Still, as much as that is, we should have plenty, I think. Alright, now down we go. Well, there is more there. Probably I'll need that breath potion soon. Unless there's a pocket of air around. There is. Okay. So we didn't actually need that little... Ah, crap. I hate spiders. Come here. Gotcha. Okay. Now that these guys are dealt with, we have a few routes we could do. I might be able to get to that. We can try it. Sorry about the noise in the background. Oh, hello. Another one down there. Keep messing with my shots. Oh, a big one. Oh, those spiders are dealt with. Okay, we can continue. But yeah, sorry if I did arrive a little, or start this a little late. Like I said, IRL issues prevented me from, you know, doing a stream at the time that I would have wanted otherwise. Alright. That sounds like another spider. Yep. Much as I hate these things. I hate spiders. I hate spiders. But we got them.
So, this is the lost city. It's not lost no more.
Correct, but it does look like we will need another route if we want to get to it. So, what I'm going to do, now that I've cleared this out, I don't have to deal with these... I hate spiders. Now that I don't have to deal with them anymore, we can go ahead and go around this way. Don't have that many arrows left, which is annoying, but you know. Okay. Lost City. Watch there be more of them in here too.
How can the keepers keep this place a secret?
Looks like down we go is the only route left, so... It is neat that these dynamic lights turn on. Oh, a Burrick. Hello, buddy. Alright, you did injure me a little bit there, little Burrick, but... I'll take you out. Heal that damage off a little bit. This does demonstrate that the Lost City was pretty advanced. Well, yeah, we see that also in the sequel, since we come back to the Lost City at a point in Thief 2, but you know. Sounds like another possible Burrick or something. So, we will continue. I know there's a lot of gems in one area that you can very easily get a lot. Okay, now that the Burricks are down, what do we have here? Despite hardships, I have welcomed this opportunity to study the city of the precursors. Their society was remarkable, stratified by the bedrock and seemingly as stable. Above all was the Emperor, a divine answerable to none but their gods. Emperors were seldom seen by the common people. This distance gave rise to a powerful and politically charged bureaucracy. Whoops. Last emperor but one, Vatarak, seems to have been different, an unprecedented man of the people. Wonder if it turns out that guy is the historical builder or something. That'd be a neat little twist, wouldn't it? Okay, another Burrick. This area looks like it could be rife with traps in any case. Okay, that screwed me over big time, and that is 110% my fault. So let's not do that. He's down for the count. So now that's 2 more Burks dealt with. We got 1 more to take out, and we're golden. So maybe I can get to him. Oh, shoot! Ow! No, get out here. The bodies of Burks are my. We got a pile of Burks here that we dealt with. Jeez. But now that those are cleared, Benir has been informed that you ordered the sank parchments moved to the archives beneath the Great Temple Palace, lest they be destroyed by the angry, fiery breath of the earth. On the morrow's eve we shall move ourselves there as well. Do not tarry. Let's see what the Sangar, let me know if you ever come across any good antiquities in your explorations. I'd be particularly interested in any virtual headdresses and masks. The old and enamel from Zurich is incredibly rare. And I needn't point out that if you ever found something dating back to the precursors, I'd make you a rich man. Bram Gervasius. A tie to the second game right there. Which shows how well written these games are when you can see links like that right from the very beginning. So now that we dealt with the Burks, a whole bunch of them over here, we can double check this. That's cleared. Okay, that does not look like a good route. Nor does this. So, I guess the play here is to head back up and see if we can potentially find another way. But still, it's good that we looked through there. And we already have a little bit of the loot we need, though not that much of it, you know. It still helps. I don't see anything there. Okay, let's continue our progress and see where this takes us.
Anybody home?
Another Burke. There. Don't have to worry about that guy now. Whoops. Well, I can at least pick up the fire arrow that's now up here. So I was expecting there to actually be legitimately more places where my rope arrows would come in handy, but for now, it seems like that might have been a waste of resources to invest in it. Oh well. Okay. Make sure there's nothing of note. No, I already checked that. Okay, we got some stuff here. All right. Ambush time. I mean, it swung because timer ran out on me. Come on, let me get up. Please tell me I didn't soft lock myself by walking in here. There. Not quite a soft lock, but close. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, canonically, this is supposed to be a city that is sunk and in ruins anyways. And piled with debris, so I guess you could argue that's just lore friendly. Yeah. Well, let's try. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in there anyways, so... But, yeah, worth trying to see if I can get in there, because, you know, there is loot to be had, potentially, otherwise. Oh, shoot. Get back here. You did damage to me. You get to pay the consequences for that. There. Uh-oh. That means there was another one around somewhere. Okay, that didn't sound good. That sounded like there's traps. Or at least volcanic activity. Oh, shit! Fire elementals! This just gets better and better, doesn't it? No wonder the Burks are getting killed off. Well. Oh. Oh, these weren't fire element, or not the usual type anyways. They're little balls of fire. Neat. Well, we got them, so that's what matters. Any potential loot? I'm not seeing anything. So, we might as well head this way. See what we can find over here. Maybe there's something of note. Oh, not what I wanted, game. Alright. It's a good thing we saved. Another one of these water or fires. Two of them, actually. But they are one-shots for fire, for water arrows. Shoot. Dear Maliu, the city is too grand for this unworthy country, lass. I have visited the Emperor's Colosseum. Such a spectacle. The Colosseum is bigger than our village. The cheer is deafening when they extend the bridge from below the royal balcony. Great doors open and the combatants enter the battlefield. A raised island in the middle of the arena. Hundreds of magical fires float on the surface of the water. Saw there a gladiator who wrestled with a pair of lions, and the Emperor's son himself tossed him a bag of gold. I will tell you more later, but Sharok calls. Naza. Okay. So it sounds like well, I see more loot there, so I'm definitely gonna head there somehow. The question is how. This just brings us back down here. Okay, neat. Well, now that we have this little route cleared, see what's over here. I think we already checked this area anyways. Yeah, so we might as well head back. I messed that up big time. Do not fall into the lava. Who could have guessed that that would be a requirement to survive in this place? Okay, let's continue. Oh yeah, this just walked me back here. Alright. So we'll see what's further down and see what we can do about that. We did basically get an opening to explore the rest of this place. Thanks to those. I know there's another fire ball somewhere if I'm hearing that, but I don't know where. Okay, so we didn't actually go through here yet. Neat. This room. Shoot. Okay, do this again, but correctly this time. And this is where we get our loot amount, really. This little room right here. Thanks, game. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Shoot the fireball that he shot, but not him, and let him kill me. Ah, well. Let's try that again, but correctly this time. Okay. Cannot afford to miss. Well, now that we've bracketed it, surely this time we can be more accurate. Yes. Well, oh, shoot! Well, that's that requirement done, though. Or at least the gem part of it. Good news, we got the fireballs dealt with. Bad news, we still need more loot. But on the other hand, ooh, what is this? These will come very much in handy at some point, I'm sure. Meantime, I need to find... But yeah, it is basically a retread. Or Thief 2 was a retread of this, but... or a remix with some additional stuff here and there. And some changes every now and then. But you can definitely recognize certain parts of this anyways. Which is a neat little touch, I would say. Okay, I'm not falling down there, because I don't feel like dying. Okay, can't go there. I can go here. See where this takes us. Takes us over to this. Okay. Okay. I guess we get to do some more platforming. Neat. Some water arrows. Don't mind if I do. Cool. Mages. There's no requirement to not kill these guys, but let's try anyways.
What have we here?
The wind has deceived me. I shall walk the path until my return to the eternal.
We've been careful to avoid the roaming elementals throughout our sojourn, but today we've taken a serious blow. From out of nowhere, a number of them assaulted the troop. We fended them off with our remaining supply of water crystals, but the price was heavy. Hodge was severely burned, may not live through the night. Both Yanis and Abner are dead. Hodge died this morning. I tried desperately to care for him, but to no avail. He was delirious and gibbering, and he cried out in pain, clawing the abysmal ground beneath him. I tried to calm him, but when he grabbed my hair and pulled my ear close to his lips, he said but one thing before expiring: burning water. Let the tomb be dug deep into the earth, and filled with all manner of things which are pleasing to serve him in his nether days. Splendor shall follow our beloved monarch to mark his glory, and woe to those who would disturb his sleep. They shall be imperiled from below, from above, and from that which is directly before their eyes. That sounds like a clue if there ever was one. Alright, we'll get these guys dealt with. Then we shall continue.
Is it over there? Disturbance.
Okay, it looks like it's going to be one of those occasions where the gas arrow comes in handy. If I don't miss horrifically.
There's a disturbance itself. All is still.
Let's actually just aim it at one of these dudes. Then we'll shoot and get them both. I guess since they won't both get...
Who troubles this place?
Be still. You cannot change my destiny, thief. You cannot change my...
No, but I can knock you out. Alright. And now that they're both out and down for the count, I can see what's over here. Maybe acquire some more loot. Or at least knock another bro out.
A mystery. You do not belong here.
Thank you. A mystery presents itself.
All do not take up arms against
Cool. Thanks. We'll just... I guess the play here is let him walk back up, but knock him out on his way up. Because he is going to come back up, so we'll knock him out then. Okay, I see. And this is our route to escape. So the rope arrow is going to be essential for this. Neat. But at least we now have a means to escape. Dealt with part of this already. So let's go ahead and get to... Let's head north and start dealing with the rest of these guys. We already dealt with the fireballs mostly, if not entirely, so I'm happy with that. Do have another water arrow if things get particularly dicey. See, is there anything of note up there? No. But now that we have access, okay, we can't really do much over there. Yeah, so we'll just head this way, I guess. Try to cut through maybe here and try to get into this palace. See what happens. And I know I need to drop down, of course, to be able to get through here. You know what? Screw it. I can always reload if worse comes to worse, so... Yeah. I figured. Alright. Those little effects where, of course, the dust falls down is a neat little touch, I think, for what it's worth. So there is that. Which, considering this game, keep in mind, is it came out in 1998. That's a pretty neat little touch, I would say. So we've already been through here, I think. Yes. Or at the very least, we've been through that. Let's see if there's anything in here. Ooh, what's this? Speech given by Master Rutan to the Guild of Enlightenment. The priests tell the ignorant that the earth is crying for her departed brother Tarak. We know these tremors signify something more ominous. Tarak would have listened to us and evacuated the city, but his son is less enlightened. The guild must protect what we can, by whatever magical and mundane means we possess. The tower must not fall. Well, to their credit, they succeeded in that endeavor, but I don't know how much you can really champion that when there's nothing else left. But I guess that's a detail, isn't it? In any case, let's go ahead and head out of here. Try heading up here if we... Ooh, what's this? Nothing. So the tower remains mostly intact, but there are some issues here and there, I suppose we could say. Neat. Okay, we got ourselves another fireball to deal with, it sounds like. I really should have loaded up on water arrows for this mission in retrospect, because that seems to be one thing that I am absolutely short on and absolutely need. At least if I want to deal with all these bad guys and with all these monsters and take them out as painless a way as possible. Think we've already been through this area, but just in case, let's see what we can... Ooh, we haven't, because if we had, I would have picked those up in a heartbeat. Alright, I was just talking about how I'm short on water arrows, so the map did just provide, and quite splendidly so. Yeah, this is a new area. But there are a whole bunch of water arrows there to be had. So... Nope. Okay, we're up to 8 of them now. I like that so far. We're making good headway. We are getting some valuable resources to continue on. Our loot amount isn't quite what we need it to be, but it's with with the exception of the gems. But it is definitely. We are definitely a good chunk of the way there, and I think once we... More of these guys. Where are we at now? Okay, so we need to head further north, but that's okay. What is this? Well, that at least counts. So,
What did I warn you? Do not take up arms against me.
in fact, the bro is just casually chilling in the fire, in the lava. But you know, at least we are getting more of that precious loot we need.
The intruder eludes me for now. I shall build shelters.
And these light sources.
Death in the darkness.
Ooh, what do we have here?
I have eternity to seek you out.
From Secretary of Protocol Weitan to Keeper of the Keys Fuquan. It is spoken that Va-Toran has closed the Colosseum for reasons other than piety in a year and a day of mourning. Toran may devise a way to make money from the building, as cheering crowds were to his father is the clink of coins to Toran. To enter the key with Va-Torak is genius. None will touch it, yet, should it serve, it can be lost to grave robbers. Our new master is wily. His humble servant fears for Karath Din. So now we can knock this dude out.
Leave us while you can. You cannot escape. He strikes as a dying wind. I am unharmed, foolish one. I stand unscathed.
You stand unscathed for now. But I can still thwack you enough times to...
The force of the elements will fall upon you. Feel the sting. He strikes as a dying wind. I stand.
Okay, did that kill him? No, it just knocked him out, but he did get close to dying, so it's a good thing it knocked him out when it did, because he wouldn't have survived for much longer of that. Okay, I can knock this dude out easily enough, assuming he keeps his back turned. And now that he's down and out... Alright, so now that we've knocked out most of these guys, we can head over here, see what we find. Alright.
Is this a vision?
It is a vision, and you don't...
I shall
Sweet
build
silence
shelters from the
returns.
winds. Feel the countless waters.
All
See the
is
vast
not
earth,
still.
and burn in eternity. There is a strange presence here.
To reveal your fear, intruder.
Do you see death in the darkness?
It was a false vision. there, my friend. A disturbance.
Leave us while you can.
Escape while you can. We wish to be left alone.
The shadows reveal your cowardice, intruder.
I shall walk the path till my return to the eternal fire.
I could knock him out with that.
What trouble is this?
The shadows will not shelter.
A visitor threatens our peace.
Alright, we knocked them both out. Wonder. It's not that. Medallion is an objective, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's more medallions. Okay. But we got a good chunk of that dealt with. So... I guess the way we go at this stage is forward. And that was a jump that could have gone very badly, but thankfully didn't. Alright, let's see what's over here. Nothing, nothing. Alright, nothing up here, so let's head down. See what we can find further down here. Tower to be located. Let's see what we can find. A lot more water arrows. Well, these fireball enemies should be relatively easy to deal with now if we've got this many fireballs. So that's something. Bunch of rope arrows. Another medallion. We had just come upon a tall and sturdy tower, and it was agreed upon that we should deposit the talisman there. The staircase to the top floor had collapsed some time ago, which made the ascension difficult. Eric had pointed out the ledge circling the tower, suggesting that one of us place the talisman out there. I laughed at his comment uncuriously. This disturbs me. Tomorrow we shall head back to the way we came. I cannot keep myself from wondering why the burning elementals stood at bay as we passed. Will they still, now that we no longer carry the talisman of fire? Well, that explains it. I think I can climb up there, but certainly have a look around here. Should be at least a couple more talismans.
Creepy.
Well, that's more of the loot acquired. We are getting close to at least 3/4 of the way down. Ah, no! Okay. Looks like this. Well, I guess the play here is we find out how to get into that from there. Ah, that's what the answer is. And this is why rope arrows are so valuable in this game and why they're so gloriously good, because you can do shit like this. Now, this should be ooh, there's even goodies on top of this. So it actually paid to explore up here anyways. More gems, which puts us at now just under the 3/4 mark. Okay, I don't like that, but we can work with it. Alright, let's see. Well, looky here. Well, it would have been neat if I hit him on the first go, but you know, rather than waste the ammo, let's just reload to save. Ah, screw it. I would have had him. Alright, let's bag this thing. Looks like there might be multiples. Yep, there were. Okay, so it took 2 hits, is what I'm finding out. That's unfortunate. Or no, I kept missing him. That's what was going on. Awesome. Well, they did say that they'll become docile if we take the talisman, so we might as well. Your Minecraft looks really modded. Is this Nether? Nope, this is something different entirely. But nice joke. We are getting close to the loot amount. Fire rains upon us from the sky. The temple of Nahotep. 4 hallowed geldings were offered to appease the acrimonious earth. The sanguine overture has done nothing to pacify her. Yeah, that would be a problem, alright. Okay. Well, I know I need to get up here. Wonder if I can use a rope arrow to do it or something. It'd be nice if I could, but I don't think I can. No. Yeah. No point in... Should have brought some wood blocks. Yeah, but I didn't have any available to purchase. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have, but, you know, now that you mention it, I would have probably went, oh, maybe I should do that. Actually, wait a sec. There is a route right out here, assuming I play my cards.
Long way down.
Yes, it is, Garrett. Very long way down. However, there is a way now. Okay, can I please? Okay, don't jump off the building, Garrett. Let's not do that. Almost had it. If only this was... physics-based immersive sim. Except it kind of is, you know.
It's a long way down.
Alright, let's try this again, but correctly this time. Actually, what am I doing? I could have just did it over here. No, I can't. Well, actually, I might be able to get away with that. Especially if I do it from... not really worth the risk. I'm telling me it would go very... What is this, though? Ah! This looks like an opening that I can make good use of. Nothing in there. We now know that there is a fire talisman, and it's right here. Well, I know I could probably use water to douse it and claim it, so... Or a gas arrow. I could probably use a gas arrow to get it. Yeah, I just had to aim it low enough. Cool. Haha. Now we don't have to worry about those things bothering me much. Okay, so the fireball should now leave me alone, and then from here... how do you compare Dishonored to this? Magic makes stuff too trivial, this more open-ended or less than Dishonored? This is a proper stealth game, where stealth is actually... Well, okay, so Dishonored is a stealth game as well, but there's also non-stealth options you can do. They're a big deal, whereas it's not. You don't have those kinds of options here, but then again... Oh, shoot. Time to make my cunning escape. Because these guys are being... Sorry, buddy. But you cannot stop my sacred art of running away. So we just need now to get the loot amount that we want, and then we'll be golden. I have a hunch on where to find some more of that lovely loot that will get us the mission complete. What we need to do is head over to here, where that... either that or over here. Either of these two should get it. I just don't know the easiest way to get to that, but we can find out, I'm sure. Alright, now, though that we have this, Ghost Run requires stealth as in being totally under... Yes. But yes, I know you can fight, but it's not going to work in your favor. I mean, it gives you the bad ending, sure, but it... Here's the thing. The way I've heard it described, and I think this is the best way to describe it, is... In Dishonored, you hide to keep the enemies safe from you, whereas this, you hide because the enemies are legit. You hide because the enemies are the threat to you, mostly. Is basically the in a nutshell explanation I've heard that I think is reasonable for the... So what's in this bad boy? Nothing. Okay. Let's try up here. Okay, now we can get in here. Where are we anyways? We are down here. I asked about Dishonored because that too have some loot grabbing elements, but it was more Assassin 1 than Thief 5. When I say, but yes, I know you can fight, I refer to the Thief. Yes. I mean, there are ways to exploit the AI to the point that it that you can absolutely do cheese a lot, at least some of the fights. We're getting real close on that loot amount now. Now we've got it. Technically, we can leave as is. But that's also where's the fun in that sort of situation, because, you know, left, right now. Yeah, we could... Yoink. Well, I guess what we do is drop down. Now that we've cleared this out. Yeah, alright. Now, we have, like I said, already completed all the objectives except the escape one. So we could complete this level right now, and that would be the end of the stream. I just want to see what's at the palace area. So... Put the dude in lava. No, I don't think that's a good idea. That'll get... These things are respawning, apparently. Either that, or they're just everywhere. Thanks, game. Or that's bad ending choice? Yeah. Well, that's a game over, essentially, since I am playing on max difficulty. You're not allowed to kill anyone. Anyways, it has to be non-lethal. And there's no point to killing him, I don't see... Well, technically in this mission, you can kill him. This is one of the only missions where you can actually get away with it. Yeah, on max difficulty, now that I think about it, it's just... Yeah, there's no point. Okay, so this should allow us to eventually go straight back north. Dude was put in lava, I'm satisfied. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so now we're over here. Which, this is the tower, so over this direction. Where the other thing should... Nope, this is the tower. So over here? Okay, if you please stop shooting my water arrows, that would be lovely. Well, first Elder Scroll game was 2.8 million views 3 years ago. Your first Elder game was Oblivion. I didn't buy it. Morrowind when it was new. Okay, don't worry. Nobody would find him if he was put in lava. Well, let's go ahead and continue. So this area here is where I need to be. Alright. So we have a bot telling everyone about my most viewed video. Or, not even my most viewed video, it's just a video that got viral. Not sure this is the route you're supposed to take, but we can take it, so I will. Actually, hold on. I wonder if I can just pick these locks or something. It'd be neat if I could. Not really. But it doesn't really matter when I can climb up here. Okay. Whole bunch of arrows, which would have been useful earlier when we fought the Burks. Might still come in handy. Got more Burks or something to fight, but hey. Oh well. Okay, I would have thought there would have been more to this area, but maybe not. Oh well. But yeah, it was good. Great Modern Thief successor. Hitman, if it wasn't near lava, you could climb them, but iron must be hot. Well, we can jump over here now. And get through this way. Prob boss fight incoming. I don't think so. Well, not yet. There is a boss at the very end of the game, but, you know, it's a single boss and it's... Unless you're talking about over that way. Maybe. So I think this is actually the route out in retrospect. So we can actually... that Dark Souls lava boss incoming. What lava boss? Let's have a look. Alright, so I guess we'll just head out of here. I don't know if third has lava boss, but DS1, DS2. Okay, well, this is Dark Souls, so that's why. This is not Dark Souls, this is something very different. Okay. Okay, actually, I think... Yeah, this is going to be the route here. Because if we head... Might be able to find something over here in this direction, eventually. Oh, hello, fireball. No wonder I was taking damage. Looks like we might have our route out of here yet. Not really much of a boss fight, but hey, that worked. Alright, I think this was the route here. Well, still get through this. And this is here we go. looks sort of like Kingsfield. That 2 prob had a lava boss, but not sure. This is a cool game for 2001, but would be more modern and treated to similar genre. Well, this game is actually from 1998. It's not from 2001. However, for a similar game, but more modern, Oh, we just went a massive circle. Whoops! Okay, let's not make ourselves look like fools, and let's instead go this way. I think if we follow this, head down to where the temple was from earlier, this one right here, we can follow it to a different area. But a stealth game, so Gloomwood is a proper stealth game that is similar to this. I've heard people compare Gloomwood a lot to this, but being steampunk. Well, not just steampunk, but Victorian-style steampunk rather than this style. To honor the life memory of our departed father and king, Vatarak, son of the sky, Colosseum he built for his people will be closed for a year and a day. The gates be locked and none make merry while the sky and earth themselves do shake and cry for their departed brother. This I decree. Neat. I think this is the route that leads out of here. Do have plenty of water arrows left if it really comes down to it. And it's out, not just in development and demo. I don't know if it's entirely out. I know it's in early access and you can play it right now. I just don't know what state it is in. But I've seen enough of it to know that it is pretty solid, as is already. It's made by the same people that made Dusk and a Medieval and all those. Outside of those games, I suppose you could look at Intravenous 1 and 2. Those are top-down, but they are proper stealth games as well. They're closer to Splinter Cell, admittedly, but hey, Splinter Cell's good. And Medieval, the PS1 game? No. Medieval as in this is more... This is a lot of medieval stuff here with some steampunk added in for good measure. You know, thanks to the builder. Okay, I think this is our ticket out of here, so... Boom. And we have made it in. This should be the end of the mission, basically. Let's see if it actually is. Or it could be filled with traps. We'll find out one way or another. Okay, that does not bode well at all. So there are traps here. Hello.
Hey, mister.
Oh, this is the lever that presumably unlocked the gate, which we could skip over, so I kind of see.
is a disturbance.
Join me against this
Your
outsider.
corpse shall feed the earth. You cannot.
Ah, he got me. And how's Dark Messiah Magic compared to this? It's also fight-oriented, but I mean, I like puzzles and discovery in these kinds of games, not stealth. There's a fair bit of discovery in it. Certainly a fair amount of secrets, so I'm not sure I would... I wouldn't call it a true spiritual successor to this game. But it is. It's definitely an option.
Do not try to escape. I stand unscathed. Darkness, he strikes as a dying wind. I stand unscathed. I call him, he strikes as a dying wind.
I would have had you if you didn't turn around at the worst possible moment. Yeah, well, I'll knock this dude out.
All is not still.
Did I?
Well, we know there are now traps also to be had. This dude's very dead, but, you know. Knock these dudes out and see what happens.
The light.
A visitor threatens our peace.
This intruder will not stop us. He strikes as a dying wind.
Let
I
the
am
darkness
unharmed,
take you.
foolish one.
Darn it. Let's try this again.
The light.
Do not flee.
Almost escaped, but did not. Well, I could gas arrow them.
All is not still. Do not flee. Let the darkness take you.
We'll try that again.
What vision
Does
disturbs
the light
me?
reveal?
Alright, now we can claim this. We got plenty of loot this time. I don't think... Well, we're not completely ghosting it. We're just doing non-lethal run, basically. So, it would appear this is not the way after all. But we did get more loot, so there's that at least. Yeah, that was ugly. Good thing we avoided that trap. Now... we got those, so let's see if there's anything else of note worth picking up. Does not look like it. Alright. I guess I could try that lever thing they were talking about. Nope. So close. Do these guys have the same voice actors as Dig Arthur? They might. I don't know. You bring up a good point. let's now pick up a couple of these so we don't have to worry about that. That's 3 rope arrows recovered. We searched that for plenty of loot as well, which means we're actually well above the 2,000 amount that we needed. And we can now take this stuff over to where the lever is, which should be, I think the lever's probably going to be either here or something, perhaps over here. But if we activate it, we can then maybe leave. Wait, I think I know where it is. Because I remember now. So it should actually be over this way. Thief5 should add the option to draw on the map. I mean, you can do that here. See? You can write on the map, certainly like that, and leave notes there. So I'm pretty sure the thing I'm looking for is actually back at that one at that one route to get to this tower right here, which means we need to head over towards it. But yeah, the plan is we go there, we then get that lever pulled. We can do whatever we need to do, hopefully, to finish the level. Oh, nice. Why haven't you done that? Why not? Well, because I didn't really need to up to this point, for one thing. Oh yes, more masks, more loot to be had. Thanks, game. Alright, so now we can head over here. And the other thing is, I've played Thief 2, and this level is not entirely intact, but the layout is familiar enough to certainly be familiar. Well, is familiar enough, so that kind of goes a long way. I missed these fire arrows. It's a shame I did, but there we go. Okay, nothing up there. Now, we'll just head over here. Oh no, you don't, you little... I out-dodged him. Now, that lever should be over here. This might be our ticket out, so let's go ahead and find out if it is. Absolute worst case scenario, the lever just does something we already saw before and I didn't really. Okay, it'd be nice if you'd stop trying to dodge my stuff. Okay. This is where the other... Yeah, this is the route, alright. Now he's fleeing from me conveniently. So I'm going to say that it's probably around here. It is. passage going somewhere. Let's find out where. Alright, so that thing's been terrified of me, so that's good. Oh, so yeah, this did just make it easy to make this jump. Well, we did it legit either way, so... And neat to know that you can skip a large chunk of this level if you really want to by just, you know, doing platforming well enough in this game. You got a sixth sense for levers. I wouldn't have found it that fast. Well, thank you very much. So, I don't know, though, where the last... I just remembered where it was all. It's not that big of a deal, but... Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. Dodge this. Haha. This might be an escape route here or something. Who knows? So that looks like... Yeah, that's the... Okay, that's probably... We've already been that way before. Ooh, hello. Okay, let's not die horrifically. This one has not surrendered yet. He's dead anyway, so now we're good to go. Maybe MG map would make this kind of game more challenging for you. Doesn't it get boring if you know all the features of the map? Well, that's the thing. There is still enough here, and I'm still rusty enough that there's still twists and turns in comparison to what it was when I played it last. So, you know, for example, this area here is different, so that's a big thing. Like, I wish Prey had map hazards like its DLC Moon Crash. It was great. Pre-2007, of course. Okay, fine. So that's not the correct way. That's fine, though. I mean, the lever doesn't really do much of anything for us, but we can, hopefully, get ourselves back to here, and then I think that's the ticket out of here is through there. Now that the gate... So we'll be good there. Hey, son, are you staying in the shadows and avoiding the light? Not really in this, but this is a more of an action-themed mission anyways. We're fighting monsters of various types, so, you know. Okay, let's just head over here and do this. Get where this led, anyways. Oh, it led over here. Yeah, that's right. Which takes me back here. Hello, Mr. Fireball. So this is one of the monsters things, and this one I actually wounded with a water arrow, so it's actually running away from me. Except now that it's running towards me. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, since it wants to play games like that, we will destroy that. What kind of monsters? Where are the magic dudes? Well, I knocked out the mages already, so that's not an issue at this time. I can kill this thing, and then we'll be able to continue. Let's just head downstairs, kill the elemental that plagues this area, and then get on with our business. Not the elemental fire thing. Great demonstration. Yeah. So, not that way. But I do think we are getting clues because I think it might be over this way. Yes, I think that's correct. Yep, here we go. And that's how you deal with those guys. Simple. Now, we can head back. As far as the exit is concerned, I think... So we've already checked here, obviously. We've checked over here and over here. And we checked this as well as this. I don't think we can easily get into there. So... I guess we can try for up there. Here's you until you count corner it. Yeah. Yeah, it could be the case. Okay. Slip around here. This should get us over to this area, and then we can see what we can go from there. So that puts us there. Tower's down that route that we already went to. So this is, I'm pretty sure yeah, this is that. So... that's probably the route that's left. I don't remember what that route takes us to, but we can find out. I think that might be our ticket out of here if we follow that well enough. Okay. That we've already been to. It just takes us down to here. Doesn't really help me very much. Okay, you can mark the checked locations, right? Well, yeah, but I already know where I've checked is the thing. So I've already been through all this. Actually, hold on. Yeah, since that's familiar, I mean, it has to be because I killed that thing earlier. I think that just takes us down that way, so... Yeah, here's the right route because it's where those elementals were at earlier. When they first started showing up. So, this is the way. I'm just looking for additional loot at this site. It looks like you and it looks like you get lost. Well, yeah, you can, but I found the route. It was a case of figuring out which one of these ways is the exit. It looks like this is the way after all. But in any case, the game is supposed to be a case of navigation at any point, so you know. Oh dear. Oh, okay, that was a circle there. So clearly I did something wrong. Ah. This is the entrance, basically. So yeah, we're in the good now, I think. Because this is the main entrance area. Oh god, the way you said thing reminded me of Haktua. Yeah, sorry for typo. Okay. Just in case, let's see if there's any other goodies of note. No. There's no point in me sticking around here anymore. In fact, I have that shooting at me, so let's lose him in the twisty, turny ways here. Climb up. Could actually climb down. Oop, no point in that. We can climb up and see what we find. I think this is the route. Or this... Nope, not it. Well, not it directly, but maybe if we go this way. You can hear it burning in the downstairs, so that's lovely. Okay. Kill that. Ah. Boom. And then over here, I believe, is our ticket out of here for good. Okay. Once we're done, that'll be where we call the stream. Should have already dealt with the spiders that are in the area, so... Since those are down for the count... Should be a simple matter of walking over here and climbing our way back up. See, this is why you kill the spiders and stuff on the way there, so you don't have to deal with it later. Ah. Well, never mind then. But we can still go back to the area where the other spiders are and escape that way, so... How are we on loot? So ridiculously good on it that we're going to be loaded for the next mission for sure. Weird how map design devolved into linear corridors. Not really, if you think about it, because the goal... Okay. So that's the mission complete. I was going to save game, but okay. There's still a fair more loot, but... Just gonna actually make sure this is a good save location. Done doofed. This already is less complex. Okay, now we can save here. Like I said, map I mean, I would still say this is complex. It's just not quite on the level of, say, some of the dungeons in, for example, Daggerfall. Those can be quite the thing. Now, this game does get more complex, or the sequel has more complex dungeons, or some more complex maps as well, larger, more complex in its own right. Life of the Party in particular is a standout for a reason. But yeah, so overall, we did pretty good in terms of the loot. We knocked out some dudes as well. Says we did backstabs. I'm pretty sure that was with the Burks, so we're good on that. So yeah, I think this is where we go ahead and call it. The first Marathon, the first FPS? No, Marathon is not the first FPS game. Marathon does have some pretty notorious maps, yes. Daggerfall also has some pretty notorious maps. Both of them... God, I know both of them are kind of in similar territory in some respects, because I know both of them, you're expected to do things to really, really cheese thing. Like, I know for Marathon, you're supposed to basically rocket jump your way up a wall in order to get some stuff done in that game. In Daggerfall, you need to... There's cases where you basically just need to flat out learn to levitate in order to actually complete some of those dungeons. But yeah, Daggerfall Unity game has option for less complex dungeons. Yeah, but that's not the intended play of the game there, for one thing. The original Daggerfall, the dungeons were massive anyway, and that's really the way you should play Daggerfall, is with the more complex dungeons. I don't know why they went with... I know why they went with it, but I still say that the best way to play Daggerfall is the way that it was intended in Unity, which is to say with the more complex dungeons overall. You can wall run in Daggerfall? Yes, you can. But there are still cases where you still need to learn to levitate even if you've leveled up your climbing skill high enough. Things like, oh, there's a hole in the ceiling and you have to get through that hole. Well, you can't really... because they got rid of the whole advanced climbing mechanic, you can't really hang from underneath the roof or ceiling anymore, sadly. I wish they would bring that back in a mod or something, but they haven't yet. So, as it stands now, you have to pretty much levitate in order to be able to get out of that. And there's some levels where, like the very last dungeon in the game is also a case of you absolutely have to be able to levitate. To be fair, the game actually does give you the ability to do it at that point, but still, yeah. Alright, so anyways, I think we're at a good point to go ahead and call it. So yeah, this has been Ace. I hope you have enjoyed watching me play some more Thief as much as I've enjoyed playing it. And I hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care. Ace out.